Coming up on DMPS TV News, meet the 5 Roosevelt High School students that made it in the top percentile on their ACT scores this year. Learn what program brings science and engineering PhD candidates into the classroom and see the interesting ways they are helping to teach students about science. See United Way's Day of Action projects in action and learn how their ongoing focus on education is impacting the district and the community. Stay tuned for all of this and more. Hi, and welcome to the new DMPS TV. I'm your host, Dimitri McDonald. As you may have noticed, the name of our station has changed. We are now DMPS TV. Along with the name change is a fresh new look. We will continue to provide the same great service to the Des Moines Public Schools and to the community. We thank you for your patronage as we make this transition. You can still find us on our Mediacom channel, the district's website, and on YouTube at youtube.com/DMPSTV. In other news, each year, less than 0.1% of students earn a perfect composite score of 36 on the ACT test. Over the past 5 years, between 6 and 8 students in Iowa received a perfect composite score each year. 5 students from Roosevelt High School have earned a perfect composite score of 36 on the ACT test this year. Those 5 students are Jack Beckwith, Luke Sheely, Corey Grief, Matthew McKay, and Megan Mansfield.
Yeah, I was really surprised by my results when I opened up the letter. I was really happy. My mom couldn't believe it either, so it's a good day.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't even home when my parents opened up the results, so they wouldn't actually tell me what it was. They were like, they made me try to guess, and I was like guessing really low compared to what I actually got.
Yeah, I'd taken it before and I'd done well, but I hadn't done that well, so it was really amazing.
I was over at a friend's house actually, and my mom got the letter and she called me and told me I'd gotten a 36, and I was pretty excited. I'd taken the ACT in April also once before and gotten a 34, so I was taking it again and shooting for a little bit better score, so I was pretty excited.
I had looked online a few times to look at their online results, and the first few times it hadn't shown up because I hadn't graded it all yet. And then I looked another time and I saw that I got a 36, and I was pretty excited.
It's been a long-standing Roosevelt tradition that when we believe that we need to recognize students for great accomplishments, that they get to ring the bell.
All 5 students take courses at Central Academy and have expressed an interest in studying a math or science-related field in college.
Yes! Such a nice day, T.
SIMBI is Iowa's GK-12 program and is a partnership between the Des Moines Public Schools and Iowa State University through the Center for Biorenewable Chemicals. SIMBI places Iowa State University PhD candidates of science and engineering fields into middle school and high school science classrooms to work with teachers to create a hands-on learning environment for the students. The program is in its 2nd year and is funded by the National Science Foundation with a $2.5 million grant over 5 years. We visited a few classrooms to see what learning experiences the SIMBI scientists and engineers are providing to 7th grade students at Meredith Middle School use qualitative and quantitative descriptions to make observations of baby turtles, while a class of 8th grade students at Meredith studied plant growth.
The activity that the kids just participated in is something that we learned in the GK-12 Summer Institute. The plants themselves grow very, very quickly, so the kids will be able to see the growth cycle of a plant in a very short period of time. It'll also enable us to grow several generations in the school year. This is an activity that probably wouldn't be able to do normally, but the grant money that we receive through the GK-12 program does make it possible. And it's something that we will be able to take from year to year to year.
Students at Hoover High School weren't just jumping for joy.
Well, right now we're in our science skills unit, and today what we're doing is we're going to go over graphing. We're doing line graphs and histograms, and we thought it would be more fun for the students to generate their own data set rather than bring in something that they're not really affiliated with. So we've got students measuring their own heights and doing their vertical jumps, and then we're going to be graphing those in a line graph and in a histogram to kind of teach these guys some basic graphic skills, as well as going over things like independent and dependent variables and some quantitative observations.
At Harding Middle School, Mayor Frank County stopped by to see SimB scientists and engineers working with students to study plant growth through measurements and observations, while another class learned about the reactions of different materials at a molecular level.
I think it's an opportunity for young people, certainly in these programs, to test out working with these PhD level instructors who are working hand in hand with a regular classroom teacher, and give them extra resources to teach the young people. And hopefully this program can grow and we can expand it into the whole district and get a level of instruction that is exciting every single day for our young people as they prepare themselves for the future.
Whoa! Last spring, we visited Harding Middle School for the first annual SimB Science Day, an event bringing together education programs at Central, scientists and engineers from Iowa State, and surrounding businesses to showcase how important science and engineering is in the real world by relating to the students through engaging and interactive stations.
What we wanted to do with this Science Day was bring it all together under one roof, kind of per se, and we've got 6th graders, 7th graders, and 8th graders that were all able to come to this event and be able to experience science in a totally different way than they've even ever been exposed to before.
And now they found out from 17 different opportunities about careers, classes they could take next year, different things that they could do based on their interests. So it's giving them an opportunity to find out, okay, now if I learn these things, what can I do later on?
So they can see that science as they know it and what they're learning science to be can actually offer so many different career paths, and that it's not just one thing. So really being able to prepare the students and the sciences to continue and open more doors in the future that will then help our workforce.
As part of their ongoing focus on education, United Way's Day of Action projects included Read to Learn and Destination Graduation, Reach Out to Dropouts. The Read to Learn project brought volunteers into the classroom to work with students on literacy. Every 3rd grader in the district received a copy of the book Once I Ate a Pie by Emily and Patricia McLaughlin. 10 elementary schools welcomed more than 300 volunteers who read the book with students and helped them with a writing activity that is designed to build literacy skills. We followed volunteers from Compressor Controls Corporation, Pioneer, Barron's Management Group, and Holmes Murphy as they worked with Willard Elementary students for the Read to Learn event.
It's great that United Way does so many wonderful things for our community and especially for Des Moines Public Schools. The work that they do to decrease the dropout rate, the money that they contribute to different funds is very important to a lot of our kids. So it's wonderful that they provide this opportunity as well. And a lot of our kids don't have many resources at home, such as books. So for them to get a book today and get to take it home as their own is really, really special.
The 3rd annual Reach Out to Dropouts event sent teams of volunteers door to door to the homes of high school students who have not returned to school this year. Reach Out to Dropouts is an effort to meet with students to identify why they have not returned to school and to help them re-enroll for classes. The event is a partnership between United Way of Central Iowa, the Des Moines Public Schools, and corporate sponsor Aviva.
At United Way, we say that every dropout represents $1 million problem for our community. You look at the loss of lifetime income potential for the dropout and the higher social costs associated with kids who drop out of school. And it's really critical that we keep kids in school and get them to return and graduate on time.
Last year's Reach Out to Dropouts event helped 23 students re-enroll on that day, and another 58 students made appointments with school staff to re-enroll.
This event is a great one for us at Aviva. I know from my experience last year, there were so many employees who really got a lot out of this experience. If you help one kid come back to school or come back into the program to get their GED, it's a success for everyone.
Hannawalt Elementary held a musical program in the gym to celebrate Constitution Day. Every Hannawalt student was involved in the program, which featured songs performed by students in every grade level.
We had a special event today at Hannawalt, and we have several reasons for doing it. The first is to celebrate Constitution Day, which is an important day in our country and establishing a very unique form of government in the world. The second is there's an opportunity for our students to sing many of our patriotic songs that we never get a chance to sing otherwise. And the third is probably the most important to me, and that's to have a daytime concert where every child that's in school today is automatically in the program, and they get an opportunity to form with and for each other.
Hoover High School celebrated its completed renovations with a ribbon-cutting ceremony in the school's new Technology Learning Center.
Well, immediately when we opened this facility in March, the students were excited about it, and the students started to use it immediately. It is a space that's designed around the learning needs of a 21st century learner. It's not your traditional library. It's very open, very warm, very inviting.
The entertainment included the Hoover Huskies Band, student speakers, and more. The ceremony concluded with a ribbon cutting and an open house to tour the improved facilities.
It makes you kind of want to study more and kind of do better, and for our school to have this type of upgrade, it kind of makes our students want to live up to it also.
Ruby Van Meter held their 2011 homecoming parade for students, parents, and the community. All of the students that rode in the parade were on the homecoming court or were middle school escorts for the homecoming events. The parade featured Ruby Van Meter's drumline and cheerleaders, the Des Moines Police Department, the Shriners, and current or retired Ruby Van Meter staff.
Well, I would just like to thank the community. Without their support, we couldn't do this, and without the parents, we couldn't do this, because the kids get all dressed up and they get so excited. We're now ready to head up to coronation and the actual homecoming dance as well. So it's just great to have community support to be able to do this.
Well, that sums up our coverage of events that took place this September. If you'd like to see more on these stories, please visit our website at www.dmschools.org. I'm your host, Dimitri McDonald. Thanks for watching.